I'm going to do a short video here for any potential new homeowners who are building a home. I'm going to try to break this up here, but one thing I want to talk about is the septic. I'm building a home outside of the city, and I'm getting educated on some of the things going on. This is regarding the septic system. A little did I know that some septic systems have a pump to pump the water and distribute it above ground. Did not know that. I mean, it was years when I lived in the country. I was just a kid, didn't know nothing about it. I always assumed that it goes into the shitter, and from there I don't know how it drains, and it goes all downwards. Gravity fed, but it doesn't work like that all the time. So just to educate you, okay? I'm building a house. It's still under construction, and I showed up, and this right now has been put. The septic system has been covered up. So this is the way it's going to look. I got a neighbor here. I'm trying to get away from the noise. I got a neighbor. Should just stay put. Anyways, this is an above ground septic system, or what they call a mound septic system, which has a pump. Now, what I did find out is the reason that we have this style is because of two reasons. Either because the water table is really high, and you need more sand, fine sand, to filter out the water back into the soil, or the dirt itself is too dense. I couldn't tell you what kind of dirt we have. To me, I live in Florida. This is all sand, so that leaves me with the water table is too high. Now, obviously, there's lakes all over the place out here, and I have a creek going from one small lake to another lake right next to my property. So I'm assuming that the water table's too high. But anyways, just so you know, before you start building a home, find out from your builder, because mine's right in front of the house. Obviously, you can see that. But this was put in before when I showed up. It was already in there, but it was all still uncovered. Had I had my way, I would have moved that toward the very front of my property, versus on the side of my property here, which is obviously it's gonna have grass. And I've seen videos on YouTube that it's got the mount. They don't look that bad, but still, I learned the hard way. So if you're building a home out in the country, talk over with your builder, and then see if there's options. Depends on my well is in the back of the house, and I wanted it back there, thinking that my septic system is going to be in the front, gravity fed, so it would be all level in the front of my house. Obviously, I was wrong. So all this comes from obviously the county comes out here and tells them where, well, you're going to have this kind of septic system. But not too happy with having it right there. I mean, if it was up to me, I got all that front property. I would have put it horizontal, I guess, instead of parallel with the edge of my house, because that's where it is. It's going to the edge of my house here. But it's still, like I said, they still have to be inspected. Still has to be inspected. See, this is the edge of my house here, going back that way. So this is where I got going here. So obviously, did not expect that. Now that's sticking way out here, because I know the last tank. There's a tank right here. There's three tanks If the last tank is right here and it goes, it's going to be this way moving forward. That's a lot of extra dirt on this side. See where it cuts here, this tape is? That's the edge of the septic system. All that's extra dirt. Yeah. So that makes me think, okay, I had a plan of how I was gonna mow it. All that dirt was just gonna be tapered off, and I was gonna have yard, grass on this side. But I was just gonna have grass all the way to the top there. But cutting that corner in there without having to fall into the brush. I don't know. I have to do some landscaping here on that side, I guess, or clean that up a little bit. I left all this over here so I don't have to put up with any more neighbors. I got maybe 30, 35 feet of brush here before it goes into the next property, which I tried to buy, but it didn't work out. I'm not rich, so I'm just a working. Are you shitting me? Anyways, that's what I'm going to say about this. So ask about your septic tank if you're building a home.